Welcome back, everybody. It's me, E-Man, and today we're going to review Deadpool. Alright, let's do a quick intro. Wade Wilson was a former Special Forces operative, now turned mercenary. He was subjected to a rogue experiment that gave him accelerated healing powers. When things started to go bad, he tapped into his alter ego, Deadpool. But enough of that, let's get right into the good.
The good.
Look, from the beginning credits all the way to the actual ending credits, Deadpool does not hold back with the flurry of comedic jabs. There are so many funny punchlines that you're probably gonna miss most of them because you'll be too busy laughing the entire time. As many fans already expected, Ryan Reynolds was born to play this role, and he nailed it. His wit, his charm, his humor were on full display from the beginning all the way to the very end. The supporting characters in this film also do a very good job of sustaining this film and not leaving the whole burden on Ryan Reynolds to make this film enjoyable, funny, and entertaining. Ed Skrein plays a really good villain to complement Deadpool's character. Gina Carano was casted very well for this as a very strong, imposing figure, and she made it work. Even the character of Colossus was done properly, whereas you can actually enjoy the character unlike in his other portrayals in the previous X-Men movies. As you could probably tell from the trailers, the action scenes were a very big highlight for this film. Given the fact that it was rated R, they didn't have to hold back with a lot of the gruesome violence either. What I personally liked was the fact that the director, Tim Miller, was wise enough to slow down some of the very fast and intense action scenes so that it didn't look like just a blurry of stuff happening on the screen. And as an audience member, you can actually see and grasp all the fast-paced action that was happening, unlike how they did in Man of Steel. One other note, the love angle was actually done very well. It was very organic and it was believable. I personally felt that Wade and Vanessa had great on-screen chemistry together. Typically in comic book movies, the love angle, it tends to slow down the progress of the comic book movies, but in Deadpool, it was done in such a genuine way that you actually start rooting for the couple to succeed. Okay, let's get straight to the bad.
The bad.
You thought something was bad about this movie. Look, any critic that thinks that there's something wrong with this film, in my opinion, they're just nitpicking. The only thing that might be considered as a bad would be maybe the fact that there are so many references made in this movie that lead into being inside jokes that, you know what, if you're not familiar with the X-Men movies or Ryan Reynolds' past movies or the media criticism around the actors and their movies, then a lot of the jokes and the references might go over your head. But I can't really blame the movie for that, so I'm not gonna really take that as a bad, so you can make it that whatever you wish. Let's get straight to the reason.
The reason.
Fellow nerds and geeks, rejoice! The time is here! We finally have the next perfect comic book movie. Yes, just like the Avengers, how they were able to bring all those superheroes onto the big screen. Or just like Captain America 2, Winter Soldier was able to take superheroes and break them out of the mold and put them in a different genre. Deadpool is now a game changer in the comic book movie world. The R rating opened up so many more opportunities for this film, especially in regards to the humor, the originality, or the violence. In other words, the R rating gives Deadpool a unique advantage that a lot of other comic book movies, former and upcoming, simply can't obtain. If you had to think about it, this movie was probably a combination of The Hangover meets The Punisher. Speaking of which, this is in no way, shape, or form suitable for young audiences. This film is very adult for many reasons. I also strongly urge you guys to stay away from internet talk about Deadpool because there are a lot of surprises in this movie, and if you go into it fresh, you're going to appreciate it so much more. There's also an end credit scene, so if you're interested, stay all the way after the credits so you can catch it. When it comes to the rating of Deadpool, I've got to give it a 10 out of 10. Look, don't be cheap. Go watch this movie. It deserves every penny spent because I guarantee you after watching this movie, you're gonna wanna see more movies like this. As of right now, Deadpool just kicked off 2016 as the best movie going. And it's putting a lot of pressure on upcoming movies like Batman vs. Superman and Marvel's Captain America Part 3, Civil War. I've got a quick question for you guys. With all these comic book movies coming up, would you like to see more of them be rated R? Let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear from you. Well, that's all I got for now. Thank you for joining joining me. If you're new to the channel, please don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to also visit my main website, emansmoviereviews.com. You can click right up top for the link and look in the description for links and how to connect with me as well. As always, I've got more reviews to do, and I'll see you guys later.